the form of the Christmas Tree Farm. Here, a family can experience a memory-making tradition of cutting their own tree. Let's stop by the Triple F Christmas Tree Farm, owned by Lonnie and Charlotte Flora in Anderson County, and make some Christmas magic of our own. This must be one wonderful place to have a Christmas.
We think this is a fine place to have a Christmas. We decorate early, and they stay late. We keep the decorations up well into January. We have people coming in all hours of the day to cut trees. Actually, people are coming back to the Christmas trees, the natural Christmas tree. I have personally experienced over the last 4 or 5 years people who have come back and they talk about their artificial tree, and they're out here with their children because it's nothing like taking a ride on that trailer and coming out there and cutting your own tree, getting down on the ground and cutting your own tree and taking that smell back with you. It's just, artificial tree can't do that. We have right here where the trees are growing, about 25 acres. We raise basically 2 types of trees. We raise the Scotch pine and the white pine. We're just starting to move into the Fraser fir, but they're not ready for market yet. We've lived up here about 20 years, and we've been raising Christmas trees for, our first planting was in 1978. And it takes anywhere from 6 to 7 years if you have ideal growing conditions in the spring to get the tree up to a market size.
You've been cutting them out there.
Yes, we have. We started last year. That's that old stump. Now, there's 2 here we've taken out this year. There's another one that we've taken out that was taken out last year. It takes about 4 years for that stump to rot out. And when it does, then we'll replace it with a little seedling that we get from the state of Kentucky.
These trees are about the right size right here, aren't they?
That's a nice tree. That's about a 6-foot tree. It's not real heavy on the shearing. It's about medium on the shearing. We can shear the tree to get it real thick, or we can shear the tree to where it will open up and hold big ornaments. And some people we can even shear them to the point where they open up a little bit more than this because the people like the natural look.
This is a Scotch?
This is a Scotch pine here, and we have white pine also. The Scotch pine has the real short, prickly needle, and the white pine has the long, soft, 5-inch needle, and it's real soft. The white pine's good if you have young children who they're in the stages of grabbing, because it's so soft, if they squeeze it with their hands, it won't hurt them. Where if they walk up and grab this one, it will prick the skin.
Well, you got a bunch more up here on the hill, but they're a little bigger.
When the tree's over with, it still has value. You can set it out in your yard and put bird feed in it and feed the birds through the winter. If you're a farm and you take it and put it in your pond, it gives a place for fish to hide, young fish to hide. Or like in some of your bigger metropolitan areas like Lexington and Louisville, they pick them up and they'll grind them up and make mulch out of them. And then the people can turn around and go get the mulch, and it's coming right back to the ground. So it went from the ground and it's coming right back into the ground. Most people today, Little League here and soccer here and basketball here, everybody's running here and there, and mother and fathers are doing things. They really don't come together as a unit. But when you come out here, we slow everything down. Now, the tractor only goes so fast, and you have to sit there and relax. And when you get out here, if you want to run up and down these hills, you go ahead, but coming back up this long hill it will slow you down. But they get together, and they'll come out here, and the father, he'll make us cut with a saw, and then the children will make a cut with a saw, and then mom will make a cut with a saw. And year before last, I had a gentleman come out with his family. He videoed his wife, and he made her cut the tree.
Joni, I already saw you cutting one tree up.
Yes, I'm going to get another tree. I'm going to put a tree at our store. We have a store in Chaplin.
So this is a store tree we're looking for now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. maybe you see anything down here that...
Well, let's go through here.
Okay.
Let's take a look.
All right, let's go. Paul, you may have to help me get through here.
Byron, these are a little bit too small. Let's try for some bigger ones.
You're gonna walk us to death. Paul, you want to sell first or last? What are you gonna do? Where should I start? Right there?
That's fine right there.
Right there?
He said okay. He said he'd move in there for you.
It's got plenty to saw yet.
That's
Gotta
it,
hold
those
it
long
straight.
strokes. That's it. Ready for a break, bud?
Yeah.
Whoa, timber!
Paul, finish it off here, bud.
Okay.
Do I get to finish the candy?
And of course, Christmas has always been a big time when I was growing up. Family always gets together on my mother's side Christmas Eve, and it's just a fun time. We've always enjoyed it. We moved out here. There's not a whole lot you can do with this ground. It's hilly ground, and it doesn't lack for rocks. It has its fair share of the rocks. So you can either turn it into pasture or a hay field, and or you can raise Christmas trees. And hay is hard work, real hard work. 95-degree weather, lifting up 75, 80-pound bales of hay on these hillsides, that's work. Now these trees here, they take a little bit of time to plant, to trim, but we're only talking about maybe a month, 6 weeks at the most of dealing with the trees themselves. And after that, Mother Nature's helping. She's doing all the work. And then when Christmas time rolls around, we're riding out, we're out in the open air. Usually it's a little bit cooler than it is today. It's just a fun operation.
Like the Christmas tree or the poinsettia, the holiday season just wouldn't be the same without music. From traditional carols to new compositions, each December the air is filled with the wonderful music of Christmas.